Right, so we've got all the foam in. Just tap that.
It's tacky still.
Yeah, it's going to be tacky for ages, that is. That's probably till tomorrow now.
Yeah, that's it now.
But in the meantime, we're going to get the waste in. So typically the waste, you'll measure out all the way out here. You get your centre here like this, lay your waste over the top, and then look, you can draw round. Because a lot of people just go, yeah, I'm going to draw that gap there. This bit needs to be, you need to be able to lift this bit out as well, just in case there's a problem when you're coming to fit it and all that. You need the movement up and down to be able to do that. And also, if you look at this gap here, imagine my finger's a big bit of plywood, then you've also got the measurement of your shower tray thickness. So you don't really want that plywood there, do you? You just want it out the way, which is why we're cutting this bigger area out of it. Simple really, isn't it?
Let's get rid of all that old crap.
Yeah, okay. I'll just do this lovely noisy job. So then everybody, you join me as we embark on video number 2 of getting Mum and Dad's shower in. As you can see, we are just going over whilst all that foam dries off, and this is kind of the last job of the first day, I guess. It's just getting that waste laid in there and all that. It's the time where you always find that a tool like this is perfect for getting down into these floors. I've probably got a slightly blunt blade, which is a bit naughty. Oh my god. I do have a little bit of a confession as well when it comes to the pipe that I've put up for the macerator or for our lifter pump. I've put a 22mm pipe in, but it's got no bends in it at all. It's just one full piece of pipe all the way. Having spoke to the guys at Stuart Turner, they said, look, you know, you really should do that in 1¼ inch. So I recommend that's what you guys do on this. But we'll be looking at that part of the job in a video probably just after this one. That'll be in part 3. For now, what we're going to look at is getting the shower installed, the shower tray, getting that piece cut away, and then getting our wall boards on. So I hope you enjoy part 2. Remember, all the tools that I'm using at the moment you can buy on our Amazon store. You can click on the link below and get that. This is the amazing Bosch oscillating tool or multi-tool, whatever you want to call it. And also remember to hit the subscribe button too. It means a lot to have you guys along for the ride. There'll also be a song as well at the end of this video, selected by the AL Army Massive as usual. So if you haven't got involved in that yet, that's a live video that I do to a very exclusive group of people. Click on the Patreon link below to get involved every Thursday at 6 o'clock. Anyway, let's get on with this video. Right then, so just getting the trap pipe work on, and look at that. That's just like really what you want to see. Coming straight out, 45 down, straight through into that garage below. And I can't wait to show you the pipe work that we do down there. And I think a lot of you guys probably do have maybe this issue if you've gone to a house where they've put an extension in, they've not run a new 4-inch pipe over and put a new stack in, because that is quite a lot of work to do, and they thought, you know what, we're just going to put sandy flow in and then we're going to run the pipe over into the loft and all that, which is kind of what we're doing here. The other option would have been to take up their block paving out the front, put an Osmo manhole in, bring everything up like that, and actually pop a hole out the wall and do it all like that. That's obviously quite a lot of work. I'm now pretty much just getting my last little bits done for the day. Kind of come to a stage now with all this lot drying off in the background, all this here, can't really get a lot further. So let's pop these on like that a couple of times. Get that good twist. Take that off. Oh yeah. So look, there we go, that's what's going to be coming off the bottom of our shower. I now know exactly where I want to drill it. I'm going to drill a lot bigger hole than what I need, but only because it gives me flexibility later on. I love these. Look at that, the way they pop off. I love these. Oh yeah. So there's the garage downstairs, just through there, through that gap. I went home later that night and returned the next day to do the most enjoyable part of the whole job. I love cutting out all the foamy bits, and it makes sure everything is nicely in. It really works well. If you use the right foam for this, it will do you works wonders, believe me. Right then guys, so I'm measuring it out. Both of these walls are pretty much plumb. There's a little bit of wiggle in them, but most of it I'll be able to lose when we come to do our mastic in at the end. So all this is cut off nicely. There's a couple of little bits more rubbing off. But now the main thing for me to do is to cut their shower board and get that ready to glue on here. Now a lot of you are going to say, oh, I wouldn't glue onto tiles. That's not a great idea. I'll tell you now, when I've built sets in the past for us to film in, I have glued shower board to tiles. And when you take it off, you take the tiles off as well. When you come to take the shower board off, the tiles come off with it. It's insane. So if you use the right adhesive, you're going to get the right results. And that's what we're doing here. So I've just measured out 900 all the way. I've just checked my plumb line with my spizzer, or as I call it, my Michael Bublé. And that's gone up really, really nice. I'm just going to now check what our heights are going to look like. So we're 2, 2, 2, 2, 4. Right, okay, cool. Right, so I've got my measurements. Oh man, it's so bright. So I'm just gonna take this little bit of tongue off here. We don't want that tongue because that's gonna be our internal. This is gonna go down straight to the floor, and our cut edge is gonna be this edge here. Now I know I've got to come out 900, so I'll put my 900 there onto that edge. Run it out, and look, I've got plenty left over, but also got a nice little area just to test my blade and make sure that it cuts okay, which is what I'm going to do now. So shallow blade setting and also a tight blade as well, but you can also cut this with a Stanley. Absolutely perfect, cuts really, really well. Right, cool, I'm gonna get that measured up now and sorted. Now I know what a lot of you are going to say. Oh, here comes Mum. Oh, and look at little Rudy Puss. Meow, he's such a little tiny pretty cat. You're going to say, oh, that blade's going to be too much. Well, look, I did a test cut. It's absolutely fine. Just remember, when you're doing your cut, if you are going to use a blade like I'm using, if you're going to use a circular saw or a skill saw, that you have the skill saw running along the edge that you're not going to see, or the side of the panel that you're not going to see, because it can score the panel. So always make sure of that. Always wear PPE. I've got a pair of Mum's beautiful Ray-Bans on here when I'm doing this. But yeah, it all went really, really well. Cut a beautiful, neat cut, and I was ready in no time to take it upstairs and get it all measured up and fitted. Right then, so we've got it up here. Nice little fit as well. Just a little bit. It's always hard to get your shavings off because everything goes so static. It's impossible sometimes. You notice as well that so they'll just start to wipe off like that in a minute. Yeah, really hard to get these off. So I'm now measuring out the holes for my pipes that stick out for the shower valve. There's loads of different ways of doing this, but I always go from a known area. So that's that corner bit, and I'm measuring out and then measuring up to get my centres for the pipe holes. Now once I've done them, I will measure them again and again and again and again to make sure they're right. See, I've got a little spizzy level on there, but I'm not going to be using the bubble on that just yet. And yeah, look, there I am measuring them again. Got to do it. Okay, great. Now we cut our little holes. Now you can use a spade bit on this, but I don't recommend it. I recommend for these you use a small bit. Right, gonna have a bit of water here. It's always that moment, isn't it? You're like, have I turned the right one off? Alright, so what we're going to do is just make sure that this all goes on nice before we actually apply the adhesive. So now I know that it's going to fit okay, I can take it off and get prepared to put my sealant on the wall to fit it properly. Very straightforward. I mean, everything's pretty easy on this. Very standard. Oh, that's why I love doing bathrooms and that. Especially when you use these boards, because tiles look great, don't get me wrong. Boards look great as well. But boards have a lot less points at which they're going to fail. So it's now all about squidging out your glue. I usually do one full pull of the trigger for each blob, and if there are any areas that I think are a bit more sort of needing a little bit extra glue, like around where the shower valve is, then I'll pop them in there. And then I'm ready to go on, and it is just tap, 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 tap. This has got a really good hold on here already. Usually I'd use a bigger bit of 4x2 and maybe just a light tap with a lump hammer just to get it right down, but this sucked in really, really well. Right, it's then just the same again, effectively for this. I'm going to measure out 900 again, probably. I'm going to measure probably 2240 up, but you know, measure twice, cut once. Anyway, look, so I now know I've got everything in here. I've got marked up. I mean, look at this. Just by a good bit of marking. I don't need to use a corner profile with this if you do a good job, because this bit here is going to easily be mastic up. It's going to look lovely when it's done. Yeah, and like, it's just, I just love this stuff. And you can tell I've had to just pull some packers in, because later I'm going to put a side profile on this, and I just put some packers in there to give myself the distance. And just pulling that back, just to get the packers slipped under, whew, that stuff starts to suck quick, I tell you. Right then, we've got our walls on, they are nicely setting now, everything's getting nice and hard here, it's great to see. This is going to be a nice little space to live in, you know what I mean, washing. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to get the shower tray up here, we're going to make sure that our trap lines up okay, and then we're going to have quite a lot of levelling up to do. Got a big bag of packers with me, so once we've got those packers in, what I then use is a lot of fixer foam. I don't use cement anymore, that's old hat. Fixer foam is the way forward. That gets everywhere, expands nicely. So you want low expansion, but high rigidity. And that's why I use fixer foam for that. It doesn't expand a lot, but it'll expand enough to fill up all those little gaps underneath later on. So let's go and get the shower tray up here and get that laid down and installed. Right, so this is a Roman shower tray. You can tell how well built they are because they knacker me out. I'll leave a link to Roman's website below, so you can have a look. Dad's just been playing golf. Well done, Dad. Right, so what we've done here, so look, we've got our packers here. Now how I've defined those is I've run my spirit level all the way across there to that corner, then gone that way, then gone back the other way, and then I can lay down the tray on top of that, knowing that those packers are going to hold it up in the right place. The foam will set rigid, it will not move, and once that's all down, effectively it's just to run around the front there with silicone. Also what I'll probably do is just run a little bead of glue across the back as well. This stuff's not going to go anywhere. It's part of the house now. In fact, if this house got blown down, this would still be here. Right, this stuff goes rock hard. That's how we know that we're going to get the seal that we want. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Can feel that. Right, so you're having it. Just stamped on a wasp in mid-flight, how about that? Right then guys, so there we go. That's what's going to be in this video. In the next video in this little mini series, we'll be getting our trap in. We'll also be getting our shower valve on. We might even get the shower screen in and also the macerator in downstairs. Anyway, as I just checked the levels of my spirit level just to make sure that everything's okay, we've got a beautiful song coming up selected by the AL Army, who we do a live stream with on a Thursday evening. So if you want to join that, then click the link below. Remember, all the tools that I've used in today's video are available on our Amazon store, so click the link below for that. Even the audio books that I listen to whilst I'm doing this job, you can have a look at as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video guys. Hit the subscribe button. If you want to hammer away with the keyboard as a keyboard warrior, then by all means do. I'll probably ignore you. Have a lovely day guys. Remember to hold tight.
This is gonna be the worst song that these guys have ever chosen on the AL Army live stream. So thank you very much for this. I was gonna change the shower for my mama and dad. I was gonna change the shower for my mama and dad. I was gonna change the shower, not getting paid to be, and now I'm doing it for them, cause they gave the gift of love to me. I know what you're gonna see. You're gonna see that's not the way. You lay on the bench and betray when you're on the floor like that. Just like I'm telling them right now. Make sure you check my dog out there.
See you next week everyone. Love you. Bye bye.